Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to Deadhaus Whispers. I am Calypso, as well as Faceless Mike as the hosts.
How?
How is everybody? Hope everyone's well. On Deadhaus Whispers, we talk about all things Deadhaus Sonata. Deadhaus Sonata is a spiritual successor legacy of Cain. It's a narrative-driven action RPG in which you play the undead fighting the living, unstoppable force, yada, yada, yada. Deadhaus Sonata development is leading on PC and will support all major platforms. Yes.
Hell yeah. And while we're shilling a little bit of Deadhaus here at the beginning, there is an old world campaign going on at the moment. I don't have it on. I have currently the latest logo. That's the old world right there, that logo. So if you want any merch with that, you have a time limit. And the time limit is the end of July. So what's going to happen is the end is nigh, as I seem to love saying. You need to get on there and grab that before it is gone. And onto that, the Founders Packs. So there will be Supporters Packs available, but if you want the Founders Pack and you want to be able to have the bragging rights of saying, I was here from the beginning, you need to get in and grab a Founders Pack today, because once they are gone, they are gone. And just to prove my point, the clock is ticking. It's literally ticking.
It's literally ticking down.
So you need to be careful. There's only a limited time left. 41 days, 7 hours, 55 minutes, and 50 seconds. And that's yeah. So if you want to get in on any of this, there's some awesome what you would call FOMO for everyone. Exactly what we're taking. Hello, yeah. FOMO for everyone. But if you want any of these kick-ass cosmetics and the bragging rights to be able to say, I was there from the beginning, you need to get in on this now, because they will be going away. While we're on to Founders Packs, there is a competition going on at the moment for a Founders Pack. So a little while ago, Deadhaus Sonata had a suggestion where you could basically come up with an idea for items that would be included in the new round of Founders Packs. Now, I can't go into detail on those yet, because they will be coming after the original ones go away. But on one of the Founders Packs, there will be an item specifically created by a community member. Thank you, Wyvern Tamer. I'm just about to bring that up, but thank you for linking it in the chat, because I haven't done that yet. So there was a lot of suggestions made, and then on a stream a little while ago, we brought up and narrowed them down. And as they stand at the moment, here's what we got. We have a cosmetic gravestone that was suggested by Elvon, a ringing and whispering bell, which goes only with a really, really
coolest sound
afterwards.
Ever.
So like I'm totally voted for that. You can see I voted for that because I want to literally run around any of the social areas going gong, 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 annoying the crap out of everyone. That was suggested by Vara Keldon. There's a music box with customizable notes, which was suggested by Bishop, so you can make your own little like kind of cool, creepy music. I hope it's one of these little music boxes you open up and it literally like opens up.
Yeah,
you know, with the drop lid one and all, clamshell style design. It'd be epic.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Go on.
I would even like a music box that looks like close to not you know super accurate, but close to where it doesn't copyright infringe on the Hellraiser box.
Yes, legally distinct from the Lament.
Yes, legally distinct.
And then the last option from Livin was a slime monster, which would be a pet slime monster, follows you around, but you could push an ability button and he would just like gather up all the stuff. Oh, Calypso still hasn't voted.
I just voted.
I never voted.
Go
on, name and shame. What did you vote?
I voted for the Slime Monster Collector.
Of course. Let's check. Let's check. I can recheck this right now.
Yep,
he did.
I voted for the Slime Monster Companion, guys. Like it's a great idea. Like I think I said this on our last episode. I would love to actually see all of these at some point in game, despite whichever one wins.
I would be shocked.
Such a cool idea.
I'd be shocked if they didn't. Like, don't take this as anything. I have no say and no knowledge into that side of Apocalypse. But yeah, these should all be things. Like the cosmetic gravestone, the idea is it's something you can carry on your back.
Yeah, that's super
and
cool.
You can use it, like put it as a cosmetic in your home, or basically walk around. Maybe there's an animation, you can just like throw it down the ground or carry with a chain and stuff. Yeah. So like that would be awesome. Like I really like that idea. So, what other cosmetics do you think would be really cool? Because there was a good few suggestions, and someone mentioned a particular sword, which, for obvious reasons, that
Yes,
cannot be
for
done, guys.
obviously
Like,
reasons, it has to be legally
yeah,
distinct.
like we would all love this sword, but come on, like, you know, there's IP issues there. There's legal issues. They can't do that, you know.
Yeah, like
That is why
I'm,
Janet's suggestion didn't get into the vote. Everyone thought it would get into the game anyway. Oh,
that's true.
really?
Yeah, because like I'm sure like some of these suggestions that are brought up, like the team may have already thought of that in the first place. Like I clearly want a Soul Reaver-esque sword within game. There's going to be soul eating weapons already, but having one that's similar to it, I'm sure is going to be there as a nod,
Wouldn't it be
regardless. You know what I mean?
really cool if there was a hint to that?
Yes, there would. It's almost like a
Wouldn't that be
trailer,
really awesome if there was a nod
a
to
nod.
that
Yeah,
somewhere?
maybe they could showcase it in a trailer, maybe. um, in the least. See, derailing really quickly back to
Hmm.
cosmetics from last week's episode. I would love to see, as a big Lovecraft fan, I would love to see Yellow King's robes, like just like maybe a really like sparkly, or like not sparkly, like lavish just set of robes for a lich, maybe, of just yellow robes, to like a Yellow King, a Lovecraft reference, something like that, like
I don't
something
think that's
simple.
out of the realm of possibility. How come you always have these badass ideas and you never post them on the forums?
Because I'm honestly going to save half my crap for like creator content. Whenever that gets thrown in, I'm just going to put all my ideas out there and like do level design and missions and cosmetic stuff and everything like that.
Not a
I'm saving
bad
all my
plan.
ideas for later.
Not a bad plan. I'm telling you. And while we're on to that, we can circle back to the cosmetics in a moment. But just to make sure everyone is aware, for anyone, whether you're watching this live or whether you're listening back to this later, if only there was a hint. Oh, well, you don't always get what you want. Okay. There's another competition going on at the moment. I want to make sure everyone is aware of, is the vampire art competition.
Explain this, because I have no idea what this is. I'm a little out of the loop, being a host.
By the gods, I've been telling everyone and no one seems to know, and I have to keep re-explaining it. So here's the deal, right? There's an art competition going on at the moment in Deadhaus Sonata. You can enter it, all the things on the screen here. To enter our hashtag Team Vampire Art Contest for a chance to win a Legacy Scholar Founders Pack. Now, just for anyone that doesn't know, that's $125 right there.
Yes.
That's a pretty decent Founders Pack. Thank you, Wyvern Tamer. Wyvern Tamer's well on top of this. Like I was ready to go.
Thanks, Wyvern Tamer. I was literally about to look it up.
And
Yeah.
it's right there. Thank you very much. So enter the contest for a chance to win a Legacy Scholar Founder Pack. So what you have to do is you can submit your art. You can put it on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It could be anything, any type of art. We are open to everything. So it could be like videos, writing, drawing, any type of art related to vampire. It just needs to be vampire themed. You could do a snap and record it, a rap about vampires, like legit anything, any type of art, as long as it's related to vampires. That's all. It's just a vampire art competition. It couldn't be more simple. It could be anything. Little sketch, drawing, music, anything at all. The only thing is, when you post, you post online with hashtag Deadhaus Sonata, hashtag Team Vampire, and to make sure that it's entered so that we can all see it, because there's a small chance they could be missed. No, Cornson, no. Keep it PG-13, my friend. I was wondering what Calypso was laughing at there for a second. Just post a link in the Deadhaus Discord under the Team Vampire chat. There's like a chat for every one of the classes. This one, just go into Team Vampire and just post a link to it. You're free to post links in there for that kind of stuff. That's just to make sure that myself or Shiny or Colden actually get to view it. So you can post it anywhere, and when Calypso is able to draw breath once again. Any type of art except that.
Yes, except that specific rule of the internet. That had me dying. That caught me so off guard.
That's why this is a laugh.
Any vampire art, it can be poems, music,
like literally you in a set of fangs in a cool graveyard with a Snapchat filter. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, something just cool, creative, hashtag Team Vampire Deadhaus Sonata.
Yep.
Hashtag Deadhaus Sonata. Yeah, and you're good to go. Like Team Dennis. Hashtag
That will
Team
be
Dennis.
later on. That'll be a few months down the line. It'll be a Team Dennis competition.
But yeah, so I encourage everybody who's listening and watching to, if you know about Deadhaus and you're a fan, or you want to become a fan or get more into it, maybe this would be a way to
Free
participate.
founders pack.
Free
Like I can't emphasize it. And
if you win,
a top level one too.
Yes. Not to mention, if you win this, you get $125 worth of a founders pack.
Right there, Legacy
right
Scholar.
There.
So you form badge Discord
so
role,
really no
Legacy Scholar, armor skin, severed head of Baron Eric that talks to you in the game, the digital soundtrack and digital art book, and it gives you all the stuff in Risen and Havoc and Malice. And all you have to do is do something cool with vampires. Like that's it. Yeah, that's it. Like that's all you have to do.
Pretty good at Photoshop. Just take a photo of Dennis Dyack. Photoshop him as like a really cool vampire thing. Maybe you'll win. Hashtag Team Vampire.
Do you know something that could work? You would be surprised because the people who will be choosing the winner will be me, Colton, and Shiny. So you have a very good chance. Is this the first competition of its kind? I've been missing for a few of these streams. But generally, there's Risen Pack giveaways anytime there's announcements on the stream when it's like a proper reveal stream. There's Risen Pack giveaways, but this is like the biggest pack that's been giveaway in any type of competition. Yeah.
Yes.
And greetings.
Yes, I would say technically this is the first one, because I'm not counting the one from way earlier, like last year when everything was totally different. And it was like, watch the Memento Mori trailer and name all the references, and anybody who gets them all accurate or close or whatever wins like a founders pack or something, I think was it.
This is like a proper competition. So like it's open to anyone. You don't need to come on the stream. You don't even need to be on the streams, anything. All you need to do, something cool with vampires, post it online. Again, I just pulled them up here again. So do something cool about vampires, like YouTube video. Like you could legit make a small horror movie. You could put in a set of fangs and take an Instagram or Snapchat picture with a funny filter on it. Anything in between, anything. And just post it online. Hashtag Deadhaus Sonata, hashtag Team Vampire. Drop the link in the Discord. That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
On the specifically Team Vampire channel, I think is what it is. Yes.
Yep. There's a Team Vampire channel. So there's one for every one of the classes. And that is where we go with
you have until the deadline is Monday, June 28th. So next 2 weeks from now. Next week. Just over a week. Just over a week. June 28th, 2021. Monday deadline for this. Vampires may not sparkle, but my coffee does. Wait, great little quote, great little quote. Yes. So that is your deadline. Get on it, folks. Let's see those submissions.
Yeah, next week. But like, come on, it's very easy. You should see what I could knock out in a day while using complete trash, which I'll show you later on in this actually, because I've been posting some stuff online. 8 days, 24 show count, 24 TV show countdown. Okay, so what we have, one of our main topics for today is, drum roll please.
Sound effect.
Tafi.
And not the candy.
Nope. You see, that's only confusing to Americans because we don't have taffy.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Whether for good or bad, that we don't have taffy.
It's so good though. It's so good.
I will have to take your word for it.
Yes. I can't describe it. It's one of those indescribable candies. Like there's no rhyme or reason to how it tastes or like the texture.
Is it what I picture it is? It's just hardened sugar.
Pretty much.
It's just sugar pulled it out into
like and it's just like kind of stringy or whatever. Like man, what's if you ever going back to Ghostbusters real quick, if you ever watched the movie and you looked at like Slimer the ghost, you just wonder, I wonder what that would taste like. But you know, better, yes. I guess. I don't know.
So it's the kind of thing that'll pull your teeth out. Got it. Yeah, we have similar stuff, we just don't have that.
Yes,
we have it here. I'm assuming Wyvern Tamer if I went hunting really hard, like because we've had shops. We've had shops Calypso open up over the past like 2 to 3 years that specifically sell American candy. Like there's stores that sell like Twinkies and Ho-Hos
Yeah,
and Ding Dongs and all that kind of crap. Like
no,
it's actually American candy store.
yeah,
All the crap that you're
you
trying
can't
to get
like
rid of
you
off
have
the
to order.
shelves.
Yeah, like
Grape Fanta, that kind of stuff.
I worked at a candy shop in New York a couple years ago, and they specifically had a section of European candies you couldn't get anywhere else but like
Like
Europe,
Cadbury's.
Ireland. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, wait, what are all these magical candies I've never heard of? And it's like, oh, that's just their version of Hershey's. or,
Essentially.
Yeah.
You call it a Milky Way. We call it a
Yeah,
Mars bar.
exactly. Like, love it.
Same deal on some of them. The only difference is we have things that you cannot get over here, but that you have to just get the American versions, like Butterfingers.
Yeah.
Things like that. They don't exist. Which
Man,
probably
that's really
a good
disappointing.
thing. I have few enough teeth as it is. What's a Hershey's? Don't worry about it. Inferior
Yeah.
chocolate cornson. Don't worry
Inferior chocolate. Yes.
about it.
All right.
I
So
couldn't
back on
figure out
track.
before we get that, I couldn't figure out for the longest time why American chocolate tasted weird. It didn't it wasn't as nice to me or something. I thought maybe it's a tasting. Turns out they have to modify the recipe because a lot of chocolate that we would have here would actually melt in America. Just sitting out because of the cocoa and milk, the dairy content, and also they modify them so that in the States they don't melt as easy.
Yeah.
Funny little story.
I don't know if the whole chocolate age is the same over there as it does here, but like, you could like the weird thing is you can visibly see the age of like chocolate on it because it starts to, I don't want to say get rusty or something, but like starts to get pale.
It's called blooming. It actually blooms. That's the catering word for it. The chocolate blooms and then it starts to go white.
Yeah.
Let's get like a white powder on it and all like that. Yeah, that's when it's going bad.
Yes, chocolate actually ages. I mean, it doesn't age where it'll kill you or whatever, but it still gets
It will not taste as good.
Yeah, it will not taste as good.
That's a baker. Yes, it does. See? Yes. Told you. Now, as we were saying, Tafi. So, see how quickly and easily we are sidetracked by the most mundane and inane of things. Tafi.
Yes, Tafi. All right, feel free to explain this.
Okay, so Tafi is going to be, it's a company that is partnering up with Apocalypse, and there is going to be, if you're familiar with Tafi, I'm going to assume you're not. So it's a program that you can customize to be able to create 3D characters. So if you picture anything from The Sims to Warframe, these companies don't use Tafi. They have it down here. Show you an example, like for example, Ready Player One, VR chat. Samsung Galaxy use it for their AR emoji characters. But here gives you an idea, like some of the characters done in DAZ 3D. Like this will be the level of detail you can do. So you'll be able to, this engine will be imported so that there will be the highest level of customization for your character in Deadhaus. So you'll be able to modify everything, eyes, hair, the whole RPG deal, as it were.
Yes. I would say click on the DAZ thing, go to that page. There you go. See, like with Tafi, you can get a ridiculously high level amount of detail, almost like high poly stuff for like CG movies and everything.
Oh yeah, like it's entirely limited to whatever the company wants to implement. Yeah. So Tafi will be the program that's used to create the characters, but the art assets will be done by Apocalypse in Deadhaus. You see, so like you won't have this character, for example, is like some kind of alien creature who looks really badass, but it'll give you an idea of the level of detail you can go into. It's limited only by the art team.
Yeah.
So the art team can create the different assets and all like that. They dump them into Tafi, and Tafi puts it all together.
Yes. Fun fact, Dennis, I think on last week's stream, even said that he used DAZ to create the very first Deadhaus Sonata trailer back when it was literally like there was nothing known about it at all. And it's a trailer with like a banshee or a vampire. It's like super dark and then like all you see is this beautiful figure. She's a stone, and then like she like screams and gets all evil and stuff, and then it goes to the Deadhaus Sonata logo. That was used with DAZ, which is a part of Tafi. So it's been there from the beginning. And it's just cool that like we could see it like that, and now we're actually gonna get to experience.
You mean like this?
In this game? Yes, like this. This trailer, yes, was used with Daz to create everything. And I think Dennis himself, besides the black hole like logo thing there that you can just pick up on a creation site and everything, like this was used with Daz, this banshee or vampire character that you're seeing in this video.
Yeah,
if you're
all
listening
were.
to it, you can just Google the trailer on YouTube or whatever, and you'll find it. Trust me. And it was used with Daz and Taffy and all that stuff. Like just that high fidelity there from incredibly early stuff. It's beautiful. I love this.
That was all done by Dennis himself, by the way.
Yeah. I love that old logo too. I know it's gone now, but I love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't look into that logo too much.
Nope. It's a secret.
It's a secret to
unless
everyone.
Varric hasn't picked it apart or whatever.
God dang it, Varric. Okay, so I made a joke on a stream a little while ago about how I'm going to be checking everyone's homework.
Mm-hmm.
You better be checking out the updates to the book.
Yeah. Oh, the book got overhauled again, by the way, everybody on the website. It looks beautiful.
So Varric said to me, so you said you're going to be giving out a test and checking to see who's read it and whatnot. Do I get extra points for turning it in early?
Nah.
And he wouldn't all. But anyway, so to the Tafi thing, yeah, this is literally like the limits right here.
Yeah, it's like you can do pretty much. I would say anything is possible, but anything is possible. Whatever the art team comes up with, and like and whatever assets.
But it shows that it's not limited. It's not going to be like a very limited creator. It's not going to be some bare bones crap. It's like, think about it, guys. Like for anyone that's wondering, oh, what's the character creator? You've seen the in-game models for Zoran and the Gaztak and the Legionnaire. Do you think the player characters will be less than that?
Yeah, exactly. Varric, or sorry, not my bad, not the name, Wyvern Tamer. Thanks for this. And given what we have seen from the art team, we have nothing at all to worry about. Exactly.
Yeah. Fact.
Because that's a great shot. Just the wide variety of characters you have there. Proves that you can do this or this or this or this or whatever your little brain.
Okay, I thought that might have zoomed it in a little bit, but
no, unfortunately.
So it's it's just giving you this is their page there. Like that will be incredible. Yeah, that is going to be something special. Like, holy crap! I look forward to seeing what way that this is going to end up, to be honest with you. I like Mephisto here, so that means I'll never leave the character customization screen. Do you know, I have known people, and a close friend of mine, IRL, told me that his good friend just plays Black Desert Online. He just makes characters. That's his favorite thing to do. He just makes like really cool characters, takes screenshots, and then makes more new characters. No, that's all. He doesn't even like playing the game. Yeah, he just loves the character creator because of the level of detail and the amazing stuff you can do with it.
There's some YouTube channels specifically dedicated to just making characters and like character creation screens and systems. So I wonder what they'll do when a Deadhaus comes out for that.
I just keep tipping on to Dennis going, so can we play with the character creator soon?
I would love to.
I want to play with it. Just release that. Like that will keep loads of us tied for months. Just let us be able to create our character.
Yeah. On the SDK part, it gives you a little like a little really light preview of just what you can do or what it is and how it works a little bit with in-app purchases and all this other stuff. And like that's just even a little preview like that is enough. Like all the shoes flipping through, all the hairs flipping through and everything. It's on the SDK. If you go to the Tafi website and you click on the SDK thing, you can sign up or whatever, but like you get a little GIF preview of various character creations.
There'll be some awesome stuff in that. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because like Wyvern Tamer said, months, try years. I would sit like that's one of my things. Anytime I start a new RPG, Oh wow, even at Sea of Thieves, man, and that's not even like an RPG in the truest
Yeah,
sense of the word, but like
Sea of
I
Thieves looks
spent
cool.
ages trying to make my character. And the worst part is in Sea of Thieves, you don't get to make your character, so it gives you like a selection of characters and you pick one and you don't
Aw.
like them. You can kind of re-roll and it'll re-roll them randomly. So it'll give you
Mhm.
various amounts of males or females. But what you can do is you can like select ones that like I like this one, and this one, and re-roll it, and it'll give you similar
Yeah.
similar characteristics. So if you want to go with like a big chunky bellied pirate, or you want to go for like a really skinny dude, or like a really tall broad shouldered chick, like, you know, whatever way you want to roll it, I
Mhm.
re-rolled at least 50. Yeah, whatever, I can't even count, so I'd be similar. But in any game, like with Skyrim, if you start Skyrim and spend about 15 minutes 15, 20 minutes at least trying to make my character, possibly longer, you know, you go, oh
Yeah.
crap, yeah, there's a story. Like this dude's going, yeah, are you finished yet? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He's trying
No,
to.
when
We're
I
trying to execute you here. How you look is kind of irrelevant.
right when I jump back into Skyrim every so often, I always mess with the I'm mid game, I kill a couple monsters, and then I'm just like, oh well, I gotta just change my character. So like I hit up like I have like a mod or something where you can just go back to character creation or something,
Mhm.
and you can just change it. So I just changed my character and I'm like, oh well, I don't like how that looks in game as opposed to what it looks like on the screen, character creation screen, right? And I just keep doing it and doing it. It just never ends. It never ends. It never ends. Like character creation is one of those things that like bless it for being a thing in video games, but curse it for being a thing in video games because it's one of those things you will never get out of.
I'll give you a part to it. I got angry and had to restart Bloodborne 3 times because I wasn't happy with my character.
yeah, yeah.
My
When I
Skyrim
played
mod list includes at least 50 character creation mods and armor looks. Oh, cool.
yeah,
So it'll like crash before you even actually get to play the game.
right. Okay, just hit my character, hit play, and oh crash. I think when I first turned on Cyberpunk during that very first,
Yeah.
midnight launch for Cyberpunk with the early access version, uh I think I spent like I looked at my log and I was like, wow, it says I have an hour played already, and I literally was just in character creation the entire time.
I can see how you do it though.
Yeah.
I'm playing Skyrim
I
in over a year. Nothing to do with that. Might be
I
something to do
still have
because I
to
know
finish
some people
Skyrim.
trying to
Still have to
get their
finish it.
fix, because they're waiting on a Deadhaus. And I was saying, particularly to Skyra, just like play Skyrim, become a
Yeah.
vampire,
Play
or like
Vampire
go roll
Skyrim.
a vampire in ESO. It's not that
Yeah.
difficult to get infected. Yeah, that happens to me all the time when we have options. There is such a thing as too many options, I believe.
Yeah, I do believe that. Like, I
Like,
mean, I'm fine with, 10 hair options or whatever, 10 beard options. Like, if some of them aren't visually appealing to me, then that's okay. But at least I don't have 500 beard options or 500, hair options. And
yeah,
like to
like let me
where,
put it to you this way: a lot of people disagree with me. There's Wyvern Tamer there's probably going to disagree with me in this. Monster Hunter Rise was perfect for me because it let you customize your character, but it was very limited to a certain respect. So you couldn't mess
Mhm.
around with too much. You're like, okay, this is as close as I would like it, as opposed to any other game where I will quite easily spend half an hour to an hour just trying. No, the nose isn't right. Let me change the eyebrows. Why can't I get this hair? There's like 9 million types of hair. Why can't I find the exact one I want? You
Yeah.
know, no, I must be able to choose where every single hair is. Yeah, Rise. You liked Rise, yeah. No, we like the game, but I mean, like it's limited. It's customizable, but it's limited. Like there's X amount of hairstyles and all. But some of that is because Capcom likes to sell you those. That's the DLC. That's where they make like the extra bit of cash, is because people
Mhm.
want to buy the emotes, the stickers, and like hairstyles and makeup and stuff. Which,
Yeah.
fair play. That's how you monetize the game.
Yeah,
Because like
definitely.
if you're going to buy the game, yeah, here's the game. Here's the entire game. And it's like DLC. Don't worry about it. But I need that haircut. Gotcha.
Not just that haircut, that specific haircut with like that certain length that doesn't go, right
It
past
needs
my
that
eyebrows or
samurai
something.
length with the top knot in the back.
Mhm. Mhm.
I really can't customize every hair on my beard. It's like I spent at least half an hour doing my character creation easily. easily.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, like half an hour to like 40, 45 minutes, maybe even a full hour, just
This is
trying to get it
why I
right.
want character creation for Deadhaus before it releases, so that I can make my character. So on day one, I can just jump in and not realize that by the time I actually log into the game, Varric has it half finished. Because Varric and Sailor have speed run half of the
Oh
friggin'
yeah.
game, and
Mhm.
Mike has barely gotten out of his crypt or wherever you start.
Yeah.
Because I spent too many hours trying to make sure my vampire was just perfect. You know? Which leads me on to my next bit, Calypso. So I was playing with a little bit of Photoshop today. Badly,
Yeah.
might I add, badly.
Okay.
But I brought up a question for, as you can see below, Sanguine Sunday.
Yes.
This is
Sanguine
our new
Sunday is that.
religion. This is our new religion. And it bodes a very interesting question, Calypso, and it's one I'd like to put to you and everyone in chat right now.
All right. Who is your favorite video game vampire? Okay, because this is extended. This is gonna go on forever. What have you done, Mike? All right.
Yeah.
So I'm not by default. I'm not saying Kane
By
from
the
Legacy
way,
of Kain because
first
that's a
off,
default answer.
can you name all the games at least?
Okay, so you have on the top. What is that? I guess top left of the photo you have Zoran from Deadhaus. Middle top you have, I don't remember his name, but he's from the game Vampire.
I'll give you a pass on
Jonathan
that one. You
Reed.
know the game. That's fair.
Yeah, and then you have Kane far right.
Hey,
And then
Calypso, before you go any further, there are many people online that will not recognize that as Kane.
oh, I know, because that's Blood Omen Kane, and they
Yeah.
like Blood Omen was the last one I played in the series, and it's Legacy of Kain. That was literally my last one. I finished all of them. I finished Defiance, and then right after I finished Defiance, I found Blood Omen in a used game store. And I was like, "Oh, holy crap! I don't have this one yet. What?" And then I played it, and I loved it, and I was like, "Whoa, it's amazing!" Yeah, but no, Blood Omen 1 Kane specifically. Because I mean, to be fair, okay, derailing really quickly again. To be fair, Daniel Kabuko is a fantastic artist, and his redesign of Kane, of an Elder Kane for Soul Reaver and onward, is a fantastic redesign. You got to admit, it's a great
I would have went
redesign.
slightly more Vorador-y personally. Well,
Yeah.
actually, if you ask me blatantly, I would have went
Oh, the complete opposite.
the far end there, the other side,
the far left. Yeah, the far left.
That's
side.
how I would have went, but
Mhm.
that's me.
And then bottom left, you have, oh fuck, I know his name. I've read the books, and I know his name. Regis.
Right, Chad, help him out.
Oh
What was
shit!
that?
Is it Regis?
What was that? Yes, it is.
Yeah, him.
Good show, Albie. Good show.
Or the vampire from the Witcher series. If you want to go,
the vampire, because there's only one.
Yeah,
there's only one in it.
Middle
There's
of
like
this
hundreds.
photo. You have Blood Rain, my girl Rain.
How did I know you would get Rain? I knew
course.
like straight away if any of them was like Rain.
Of course, Rain, iconic. Plus, she's like the only redhead in video games. Like, you know, next to the kid from Clock Tower.
Aloy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess she counts. Aloy. So you got Rain, middle, and then far right, Big Daddy himself, Dracula.
It's the man, Big Daddy D.
Specifically, Symphony of the Night, Dracula.
Yes, very good. Yeah. Good catch. Although in the series, they actually did
they
like kind of modeled it on him there. I think some of that artwork shows up in the castle.
Yeah, I think so. So yes, okay. So out of not specifically those ones, but I'm ixnaying Kane from the list because as a default answer, I love Legacy of Kain.
That's cheating.
It's cheating. And I'm ixnaying.
No, not Alucard. It's Daddy. Spell it backwards.
Dr. Acula. No, okay. So I love Rain specifically because she kills Nazis. She's a woman vampire, which is completely, whoa.
We know exactly what you're looking at. It's the same reason.
And I mean, Kiva. Yeah. And then,
have you got a blood rain body pillow by any chance?
I do. I don't. I did have the limited Playboy issue that her and a bunch of other video game characters were a part of way back in like the early 2000s. I think my dad picked it up for me or whatever, I believe.
It's a bit weird.
It was a bit weird, but it was great artwork. So yes, Rain, my girl Rain. I mean, she kills Nazis, dude, and she's a redhead, which is like really rare in video games. And I think her series has been overshadowed. There was a series like in the late 90s, like 1999, maybe 2000.
It was a 2D side scroller, wasn't it?
It was a 2D side scroller, which is a great one, Blood Rain, like Betrayal or whatever. But this one, I believe the Blood Rain series is part of this other series or this other game called like Grave something or other. I gotta look up the title, or like Grimdark or something weird.
Gungrave?
No, not Gungrave. Something else. But the voice actors for that series were also in Blood Rain. And like there's like a mention of Rain's like half sister or sister that's not in Blood Rain 2, and it's a weird, really obscure thing. I'll figure it out and I'll talk about it.
Mephisto says they're making a remaster of Blood Rain, or at least I heard there's a new one coming as well. And thank you, Wyvern Tamer. Wyvern Tamer's choice is Saphiria from Dragon Fable. Vampire-related question. Did you guys like The Strain? Funny you mentioned The Strain.
Yeah,
I'm still working my way through it. I'm a few episodes into season 1. I want to say 6 or 7. I can't remember what episode I'm on because I was telling Calypso before, I binge watch these things. So it's like, oh, I watched it last night. How much did you watch? No idea. But I was like watching it for like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. But I'm getting through it. I'm enjoying it so far. But Calypso, what was your opinion of The Strain?
I enjoyed season 1 a lot. I liked season 2. Season 3 started to like slow it down for me for a bit, and then season 4 was just the worst thing on television. Not a bad series or season compared to the rest, but just plot wise, I despised it. I hated it. It was so slow. It's boring, and it just trudged on. The game is Nocturne, by the way. Nocturne is a weird like spiritual sequel or something for like Blood Rain or whatever. Anyways, I liked it. I loved the season 1 and 2 of The Strain, though. I thought were really, really good. And
season
I liked
1 started very strong, according to Cordenson.
Yes, season 1 really, really good. Really, really good. I wish they would have killed off the kid within the first 5 minutes of the show. Like
that was Calypso's opinion. I loved it. You're going to hope they kill the kid by the end of the season.
Yeah. Like, you're going to hope they kill the kid. Like, oh my God. There's I mean, I get why he's there or whatever, but like seriously, if you're going to like change up the books or something, because I guess it's based off of a book series, kill off the kid. No one cares. You would have had a much better, probably ending of season 4 or whatever, but just terrible. But yeah,
my favorite vampire is Slayer from the Kill. You see, okay, we're going to separate these up. We'll do video games today, and then we'll do TV and movies another time, and then we'll do like cartoons, anime, and manga, because this is such a I know a lot of people don't think it is a massive topic, and I have different choices for all things. Just a little slight example. One of my favorite vampires in literature is Armand. You see him in Interview with a Vampire, the movie, the one when he's played by Antonio Banderas.
I thought that name sounded familiar. Yes.
Yeah, you read his book. He's a great vampire. But if you want to talk like anime and manga stuff, I love D from Vampire Hunter D. It's just like, I know technically he's a Dhampir, but still counts.
Yeah, I mean,
video games. Like, should I say any more? Although it's yet to be seen, my boy Zoran could come out swinging. Zoran could replace Kane quite easily, from what I've been hearing. Say no more.
As far as video game vampires go, oh man, see, there's just so many of them. I'm going to give it to, if I had to pick a favorite, that and not counting Deadhaus or like Legacy of Kain, or if I had to pick a favorite, I would go for, I think, Dracula from Castlevania, because he's just an omnipresent.
Oh, you just mean in total?
All of it in total. Like, I'm to OG Castlevania series. So like Castlevania 1 all the way up to like
not Lords of Shadow. We'll just
no,
call
not
it like
Lords of
there's
Shadow, which
original
has a
Castlevania.
cool Dracula, but like I'm talking original Castlevania.
Yeah.
Like Symphony of the Night Drag, because he's an omnipresent villain and like he always comes back. And you know, what is a man but a miserable
but a miserable little pile of copyright.
Yes, like no. So I think that Dracula, like
what about
OG
Vincent?
Vampire.
What about Vincent
from Final Fantasy? I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, so that's a no for me.
Vincent is badass. Or what about that dude? What was that game I told you about before? Remember, I think it was on the Xbox. You were a gunslinger vampire dude.
I mean, Gungrave?
No. Although Gungrave is another kick-ass one.
Gunslinger vampire dude. I mean, there was a couple of Blade games for Xbox back in the day that were pretty okay. Those were fun. Copyright strikes.
Vampire Xbox.
Gunslinger. Dark Watch.
That's the one.
Dark Watch is Cash, I think, is the vampire's name. That was a great game too. Dark Watch is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Cash. I wonder who he was based on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, what is a miserable little pile of copyright strikes? That's exactly what I said. Wyvern Gamer, and that is very accurate.
So, I mean, and I haven't played Vampire yet. I own it, but I haven't played it.
I haven't got to go through it. I've played like the first 3 hours of it. I've restarted it twice because for various reasons, anytime I go to play it, I get distracted with something else. Something else has happened or whatever. Go do that. And then I come back to play the game and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I have 3 games. Now that we're coming out of the end of lockdown, I have 3 games that I'm going to run through and finish to completion. That's one of them.
Yeah. I will say Vampire has a great, I guess, morality mechanic or good and evil system or something where it's like the more you kill people and be an evil vampire, the more powerful you get. But if you're passive and you don't kill people and you don't drink blood, then you're weaker, but it's also better and like you're a good person. It's a really interesting way they handled the typical A to like starve the people or B to give them food or whatever. It's really interesting how they handled that the experience mechanic, I suppose it is, and like the good and evil and like the powers and everything like that. I thought that was the way they handled that was really, really cool for Vampire. And then, I mean, I don't know. I'm just Dracula, or I guess Rain. I'm giving it to Rain also because like she kills Nazis and like tight leather outfits and cool arm blades and like
it's the red hair, isn't it?
It's the red hair. Like I played the first Blood Rain a million times, and I will never.
It was a great game when it came out. I remember even graphically, it was actually really cool.
Yep. Slow-mo stuff. I love the way that they handled her hair. I thought the way, like, remember back in like the early 2000s or like late 90s when like hair mechanics and physics were just, like a texture on top of someone's head, but it was flowy and movie or whatever, the way they handled Rain's hair in Blood Rain 1 and 2 was super cool. And now it's like hair is actually a thing.
Bayonetta came out and ruined that.
And then Bayonetta came out and ruined it completely. Like, I love the I guess early mechanical achievements of Blood Rain 1, and plus killing Nazis is always cool. Like, you never get tired.
Ragnar from Blood Edge, from the Blaze Blue series since half Vampires Office. I'm not familiar with that. Prince of Persia Sands of Time did the Princess Hair amazing. Yes,
it did. Yes, I loved the way his hair was handled in Sands of Time and everything too.
I find it really cool that like Dennis kind of started it with Blood Omen, but there is a few games that involve like when you try to drain a character, they do the the telekinetic drain thing.
No, that I want to say originated in Blood Omen, and then every other vampire game who did it is just ripping off of Blood Omen.
Yeah,
with like the telekinetic drain sucking thing. Like that's such a cool like I can't remember if Dennis was inspired by something to do the telekinetic blood drinking thing, or if it was just a really cool idea that someone just came up with, or he was like, yeah, what if we telekinetically drink the blood from someone? Like, that's awesome. That is the coolest
We should get him
thing.
on and ask him.
We should. We really should.
We need to get him on, and we need to ask him: do vampires stink? And where did you come up with the blood
Where did you
drinking
come with the
idea?
blood drinking idea? Because that's such the coolest. That's still when I go back and play like Defiance or whatever. That's still the coolest thing, the telekinetic blood drinking thing, and like
Hey,
blood omen.
Varric. Did
So
Varric show up?
cool. Varric? Hello? Maybe he jumped in for a minute.
Or is Wyvern just saying hello to people?
I don't know. Maybe he's in the wrong chat.
I didn't mean to click on this stream.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So the other plus I guess real quick thing about Blood Omen is you can do it to like multiple people in Blood Omen also. Yeah. You can like drain like 4 or 5 dudes if they're all in front of you or whatever, you can drain them all like immediately. It's amazing.
I know, right?
Everyone go play Blood Omen 1. Like it's abandonware. You can find it on PC and you can get it for dirt cheap on PlayStation like used. Yeah.
Just to tie you over until we get into Deadhaus time.
Yeah, go play it. So okay, final answer. I'm gonna give it to Rain from Blood Rain as my favorite video game vampire.
It doesn't have to be these characters. This is just an example.
I know, just killing Nazis in tight leather outfits. What's not to love?
That makes Wolfenstein sound like it could have been a completely different game.
Completely. Oh my gosh.
BJ Blazkowicz in a tight leather outfit, huh? There you go, Calypso. You've started a new movement there. America.
Oh my gosh. I mean, because I don't want to be like, oh, I haven't played many vampire games. Because like I would say like my entire library of video games is just Legacy of Kain and stuff I played.
Kain for my choice. Oh, yeah. Hello, Varric. Kain for my choice, naturally.
Hello,
Varric. Of course. And as I mentioned you earlier in the stream, yes, there is bonus points for handing in your homework early.
Yeah.
I said, torturing other vampires in gothic dresses. That can work too.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten some answers because I posted this on Instagram and Twitter. One is Kain without question, and the other one was Dracula from the Lords of Shadow series.
Lords of Shadow Dracula is a pretty cool Dracula, but I think they botched the ending, so it just kind of ruined it for me.
I liked how they done it. I don't think it should have been a Castlevania series, though. I think they should have let them make their own genre, like series. Make your own IP and have it, because the whole thing about your man being a vampire hunter and going on in this land, and then he becomes Dracula, and then his son gets turned and becomes Alucard. Like, Konami don't own that concept. That's an old thing. That's old fiction. So like you could do that as well.
They handled like the whole reboot of Castlevania and like the traditional lore and everything. I thought they handled it really well, except for the sequel, like Lords of Shadow 2. I thought they botched it, but that was probably like a rush job from the publishers. Like, I mean, it's good. I don't know. It's good.
I like that Mirror of Fate. That was actually cool.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I enjoyed that one.
They were done really well. Did you hear there's rumors of the Castlevania Advance, as in, you know, the way they brought out the collection on the PlayStation and Xbox a while ago?
They're
bringing out there's rumors, because something has been rated called Castlevania Advance or whatever, and they reckon that it's going to be the Game Boy Advance games.
That'd be cool. The like, you know, the ones with
Harmony of Dissonance.
Yeah. Those are all right.
That would be interesting. So Varric, and to everyone else in the chat, if you couldn't pick Kain, who comes next then? All right, run errands. No problem. You too, sir. You too. Happy Father's Day for those that celebrate across the world. And speaking of Father's Day, I think most of them are Kain, Dracula.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, vampires.
A very bizarre Father's Day for the vampires. Was Dracula a good dad?
No. I mean, in Castlevania, the anime, they portray him as being a pretty okay dad until like he abandoned his kid or whatever.
To
I
be
mean, I
fair,
cried
he
so
was
hard at
over
that ending.
100 years old at that
Yeah,
point.
that's
Come
true.
on.
That's true.
You
I
can't
still have to
really
finish season
abandon
4.
someone at that point.
Yeah, I still have to finish season 4. So,
Oh, shh! No spoilers.
I still have to finish
You
season
need
4.
you need to finish that because it is
Yeah,
epic.
definitely. Oh man, see, okay, I guess not singling out a vampire specifically, but I do love Skyrim vampires. They're really fun to play as, and
Oh, like the
I think
whole
that
Elder Scrolls concept of
yeah,
vampires
like
and the way
I
there's
think that
elder
was
vampires and all of that.
yeah, I thought the way they handled that was really cool.
Or vampire lords, sorry, not elders,
Yeah,
lords.
yeah, I like that, and I think how they're like an offshoot of like Daedric princes or demons or whatever it is, I think is really neat too.
Technically, it's kind of a demon. It's your one that kind of
Yeah.
rejected Molag Bal.
Yeah. And freaking Molag. Okay, can we just say how awesome that fucking name is? Molag Bal is such a cool name, and like the design, I love the designs of.
Do you
some
know
of the
they folded the
Elder Scrolls?
They folded the
thing.
Skyrim ones into ESO. They reworked the vampire system, and your ultimate now you actually turn into one of those vampire lord characters.
That's super rad.
I'll never be able to pronounce that name, Wyvern Tamer. The scene I specifically talked about is when Safiria ripped out Freyda. I'm assuming that's Zilith.
Yeah.
Zilith, an ancestor of the girl that you're trying to rescue, teeth and a heart. The teeth to prevent him from feeding in the heart to render him immortal.
That's pretty epic.
The heart of darkness, reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the oldest vampire to have ever lived, Janos Ordre. I can quote that game way too much. I'm sure Varric and Sailor can do more, but it's ridiculous how much I can quote that.
Is there a what do you call it? Jason? Is there a Jason vampire in like the Friday the 13th universe?
No.
So
Jason's a revenant, and that's going to be a little hint at my next one. We'll try that one next week or the week after. Who's your favorite revenant?
I'm really scrolling through my game list here and like trying to find more vampire games. And I literally only have Legacy of Kain and like Vampire on here. Let's see. I think the Dread. This isn't a video game. This is a comic book. But the Dread, the Judge Dredd, freaking like year 3000 vampires are super cool because they're just like mutated humans, and they just drink blood and they're creepy and albino, and
well, it's clear that like when you take a look at movies, they kind of lend themselves. There's some movies you've watched that clearly should have been video games instead, like the Blade series, Blade 2 and 3. Like they're video game stories. They're totally not movies. Like those vampires with the jaws and like that's such video game character. That'd be awesome.
I love it.
Freyda, that's Zilith. No, it's Friday the 13th. Oh,
that is
okay.
Cringy.
I've never. Yeah, no, I would not have got that.
Jeez. It's pronounced Friday the 13th.
That's what I was like, what? Friday the 13th? They should have stuck with Frida Zilith.
Yeah, Frida
At least that's
a cooler name. Oh, jeez.
There you go. There's your true name for Deadhaus.
Oh, man.
Calypso.
Friday the 13th.
Frida Zilith. No one will ever be able to spell it.
Nope.
How many? It's with 6 L's. 6.
Yes, 6.
Zilith.
Nosferatu, the Wrath of Malachi. Those are like just traditional vampires with like the stakes through the hearts and everything in the holy water. But I like the way that game portrays and does vampires. Especially because you can mow them down with freaking like submachine guns and everything.
I've been waiting, and like no one yet has mentioned Vampire the Masquerade.
Ooh, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that there's a video game series that too, even though I played Bloodlines a million times. Okay, so if that's the case,
too.
Yes, if that's the case, Jeanette, or I forgot her sister, Therese, Jeanette or Therese.
Can't remember.
If you had to
I've played so many of the stuff I cannot even remember in the slightest.
Okay. Those are really good games, by the way. Everyone go play Bloodlines. Everything's patched. There's a billion.
and pray and hope, and maybe the second one will get released.
I honestly think they should just cancel it at this point, as sad as it would be, because literally
Start
everybody
again.
from the original team has left.
They need to
Everyone.
start again. It needs completely rebooted and start
Yeah,
again.
completely. Just stop it, cancel it, give it another like 3 years to develop. Like, just start it over. You fired everybody. You fired the original writers of freaking Bloodlines and stuff. You fired the original director. It's just they've all left. There's that's the worst development hell scenario brought to
Something
like
really bad
public.
must have happened. Something really bad must have
Definitely.
happened behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I bet you it was just because they wanted to make it all like, I don't know, just try to appeal to everyone when it's not a thing you're trying to appeal to everyone. You know, it's like it has a niche. People will buy it. Just do what you want to do. I don't know.
Oh my god, I didn't know that happened. Yeah, there's another team that they're the ones that are making that like Fortnite battle royale thing, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna play it. It's a vampire game. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Just straight off the bat, I don't deny that. There's another one coming out like V Rising. I'm gonna try that. Like I'm gonna try them all, but I know which way my loyalty is leaning because I know exactly how it's turning out. The other things are going to be piss poor attempts at a vampire game, and like, man, yeah, like all their money is going to go into that battle royale one because they know that'll make cash, that'll make bank.
Oh, did you see the the trailer? Arcane Studios' new game, like Remnant or Revenant, or I forgot what the title was, but it's like a Left 4 Dead scenario, and they're fighting and killing vampires.
Oh, Back for Blood.
Is it Back
No,
for
that's
Blood?
the Left 4 Dead one. I don't
Oh,
know
Back for
the
Blood.
one
Yeah,
with
no, that looks
fingers like
cool.
bite back. I know what one you're talking about. It was
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Xbox and a PC showcase. That looks interesting. I'm like, okay, you're going to do a horde game. Only vampires, zombies are played out. So we're going with vampires this time. We'll kind of
yeah.
tweak it a little. Like, that's a cool idea. Like, yeah.
Oh, Redfall. There we go. It's called Redfall. Yeah,
Redfall. That's it.
that looks interesting. That looks interesting.
Yeah,
That's on my
Calypso,
radar.
can you enlighten a little more? Poor Mephisto's like, oh my god, I didn't know that happened. How do
Oh,
things like that even happen?
I don't
Quick
know how
rundown of
things like that even
Bloodlines.
happen. So with Bloodlines 2, it started out with development. Most of the original team were rehired and brought on board who made Bloodlines 1. So they got the writers, the original writers who wrote Bloodlines 1, the original director, all that stuff. You pick your top 10 people who worked on the original Bloodlines 1, they're all back in working on Bloodlines 2. Okay? It was going pretty smooth, I guess, for a while. And then like sometime last year or 2 years ago now, I guess, because this whole lockup thing, the original director left. So he was like, I'm out, guys. So they brought someone else on board, but the writers stayed. Shortly thereafter, they got fired or they left. Also, shortly thereafter that, they fired pretty much everyone working on that team. There was like, I think in like a recent article, they have like maybe like 10 to 50 people now just working on that project, if at all. And it's just gone to complete shit. When the gameplay demos and stuff they've shown so far, we're looking all right, like a little janky, of course, but we're looking okay. And I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but some drama or something or whatever. I don't know. It might be like they're trying to reel in to I don't want to like upset anybody or whatever, but like the political correctness or like the social justice warrior movement or like the woke community or whatever. They're like, I don't know if they're going for that or they're trying to do that or they were trying to do that and that's why everyone left or they fired everyone and they're having a weird backlash with like the creative directors or the producers who are throwing them the money and like, I want this to do this and I want to do that and yada yada yada, but they don't want to do it, so they left or they quit or something and they got fired. It's a whole big mess. I don't know, but yeah, Bloodlines 2 for now is, I guess, on indefinite hiatus, and it might
But they
just get
didn't
canceled.
publicly announce that, did they? Like, as far as anyone's concerned, it's still being worked on in the background.
Yes,
they didn't actually come out and publicly say, "Hey guys, this is this is on hold for the minute." I think you can still pre-order that. Wyvern Tamer, did you tell me you pre-ordered? I think some people pre-ordered that. So like, Again, more to the reason why, hey, how about you don't like put things up to pre-order until there's at least a rough release date?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can crowdfund things or whatever, but like don't have a pre-order on Steam. Don't have a pre-order in a shop. Like there's certain companies that are notorious for that. Like the minute they announce the game, you can pre-order it. It could be years down the line. Like
what's funny is apparently, yes, you can still pre-order Bloodlines 2.
Yeah, whatever said, I pre-ordered it.
They were all up.
Or
they
not
were all up for
pre-order stuff at all.
release. They were all up for release. They had pre-orders and stuff ready to go, and then like it got, oh, sorry guys, we're going to delay it for like another year, another 6 months, and then that led to another year, and then it led to everybody getting fired or quitting or whatever. So it's just like all up in the air, man. All up in the air. Like at least Ubisoft is working on a Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, right? Really small studio out of India is working on it. New like Ubisoft India studio. Ubisoft had the balls to be like, hey guys, anybody who's pre-ordered now, we're going to refund you all your money. We're going to put this thing on an indefinite hiatus for now. We're still working on it, and we'll just tell you when it's closer to release. Even though they were so close to release it literally like 2 or 3 months ago. It was supposed to come out, but then they canned it and like delayed it, and now they literally gave everybody their money back who pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Like I'd rather be delayed and make it well. You know? Yeah, I pre-ordered it before all of that, and I just haven't cancelled. It's on hold. Well, essentially.
Yeah, the game is on hold. They have decided to halt pre-orders, and it will no longer launch in 2021. The game is very important to us, and it has been an ambitious project from the very start, says someone at Paradox. That was in February, and nothing has emerged since. So, yes, Bloodlines 2. I only hope that it will come out eventually and it will be good, is my hopes. If it turns out like Bloodlines 1...
it needs to live up to that standard at minimum.
Well, I think
like for the story, you know?
Yeah, for the story anyway, totally. But I think what people forget is when Bloodlines first came out, that game was broken and janky, and it was a dumpster fire of a launch.
Sadly, all too common.
Yes. But you know, over the years, I think the only reason it's gained such popularity is because of all the fans and all the fan patches and the fixes and everything like that. So it's like AC has evolved enough to leave room for Prince of Persia. I agree completely.
Yeah.
But Assassin's Creed is their milk and their cash cow, so they're not gonna, stop making those games. But I think I don't know. I feel with game development, don't announce something until you're 100% sure it's going to come out soon. Or like if you are going to announce something early, don't make it be too early. Make it like maybe a year before release, and then I don't know. Unless you're an indie dev, if you're an indie dev, go ahead and announce all you want and do all the
here's
things.
Here's the difference: indie devs that need to crowdfund and stuff, that's acceptable. But there's no need for AAA studios with huge budgets to announce crap years ahead of time. For example, take Metroid with Nintendo, or take
I'm still waiting on
Breath of the Wild 2. It's just kind of like, yeah, guys, don't worry, we're making it. Can we see it? No.
Mm-hmm.
When can we see it? When it's ready. Okay, give it a few years, and then exactly Elden Ring. Perfect example. Hey, we're working on this game, Elden Ring. Cool. Can we see it? Nah. And it's like a few months rolls around. Can we see it? Nah. A year rolls around. Can we see it? Nah. 2 years rolled around. Can we see it? See what? Elden Ring. Elden what? The game you announced? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can we see it? Nah. And then it's a case of, oh, yeah. Do you remember that game you were asking about? Elden Ring? Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Oh, that looks cool. It's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Go. It's like, it's done. Like, there you go.
Pretty much. Here it is. Here it is. I get it. See, that's
Breath of the Wild. They did the same Breath of the Wild. It's like, when are we going to see the Breath of the Wild 2? When it's done. And then it's a case of, here's the trailer. Is it finished? Mostly. What's it called? You'll see.
Mm-hmm. I think that
when's it out? Soon.
That's the thing with video games, whatever. Or it's like, I guess, or just big studios in general. It's like, I I believe in the whole when it's done thing, don't release it until it's done soon, TM or whatever. Like, cool. But the problem is like you have to give deadlines to things, or like some video games will just never get done. And you have to force a deadline on these people to get the game finished. But then you have like the whole crunch debate and yada, yada, yada. I think the biggest things, or the things that just get people hype about video games or whatever to come out and just keep reminding them, is like for the God of War reboot, the Viking one.
Yeah.
The director tweeted, "Hey guys, God of War 2 is still happening." Everyone got super hype about that. Like, that's all you need, man. That's all you need is hey guys, it's still happening.
I
Don't
love
worry.
Corey's answer to that. They're like, "Hey Corey, any news about Ragnarok? What's that?"
Exactly.
Hey, did you hear that? No idea. You made God of War, right? Yes. You remember making God of War 3? Yes. Did you make the God of War reboot? I did. So when's God of War Ragnarok coming? God of War Ragnarok coming out? The what? Never heard of it. No idea what you're talking about. I wouldn't mind, but you look at that series, that poor guy, man. He aged. Like, they show pictures of them. Like, I know people, like, they're saying, "Oh yeah, but it's years, he got older." No, that aged him. The amount of work that went in there. It's like the guy, did you ever see the pictures of the game director for the Witcher series?
Yeah,
it shows him like the Witcher 1, then 2, then 3. He looks like, "I just kill me." I don't know what planet I'm on anymore.
Oh no, I love it. No, do you remember the game The Saboteur?
Yes.
So I remember when that game was first announced, way back when. I mean, I guess it came out way back when now too. I remember when that game first announced, and they only showed like some key art or whatever for it, right? And it was The Saboteur. The director, it's great, a great analogy, I guess, for like video game development, is like the director was literally young. He was like 30 or something, right? No beard or whatever whatsoever. The game actually comes out and he's doing end game interviews, like, "Hey, it's release date, yada yada yada." Full gray beard.
Did he go full Moore?
Yes, pretty
Alan
much.
Moore,
Total full Alan Moore, gray beard. Like you can still find them on YouTube, like the early interviews to like the late interviews or whatever. They're still there, but like it's just crazy how like a person transforms that much, especially with like game development, like how stressful it can be.
It's such a nightmare. Like, I've heard things from different people in the industry, and I don't mean like privately, I mean, in interviews and seeing stuff on YouTube and all like that. Everyone from the likes of Romero all the way to seeing interviews with like Dennis, and then like seeing Corey and all of them. It must be a nightmare. He said, "What was it, during the last few months, and they were trying to get everyone ready, he didn't even see his family or his kid or anything." They were all just like living in the studio trying to make sure everything got done, which is the other side. It's like, I'm against crunch in principle, but that's kind of hard to negotiate, especially if you've got a company that's a massive company and you have to deal with investors and shareholders, and they're like, "It has to be done by this date." And you can't force creativity like that, because like, things go wrong, things happen, stuff takes longer than expected, engines break, software fails, computers just crap out, Imagine a scenario right now. Let's say you're a small indie studio and your computers fry. You can't get a graphics card right now.
No.
For love nor money, it's difficult to get a graphics card right now. What are you going to do? You need 9 computers.
Yeah, you're screwed. But then that ties back to cloud and driver-based development tools, and how that may end up being the future anyway. You just have everything on a damn cloud server, and there you go.
If we ever get Dennis on here, I'm going to get him to talk about it, because he's done some great talks with Amazon about the Amazon workforce thing. If you can find it, AWS, check it out on YouTube. There's an interview with Dennis Dyack where it's like, what is it, Amazon, or what is it, Zero to Hero thing?
Something like that.
If you find that, look at the video, and Dennis explains how Apocalypse went through the whole transformation, becoming like a completely cloud-based company and development. And yeah, Wyvern Tabor said it is so enlightening, and it opens your eyes to like aspects of the industry a lot of people wouldn't think about, but how it fundamentally changes it and realistically makes it easier and better. Yeah. Like, it makes it so much better and easier on the development side, which I can't believe everyone's not doing this, Although then again, whenever they invented the car, there was a load of people on horses saying it's just a fad. It'll never last. It'll never work.
Oh, thanks
Anytime
for
we
that.
have these.
The link went
Thank
in.
you, Wyvern. Thank you. It's in the chat there. And for anyone that's unsure, I'm going to, if you're listening to this later on, I'm going to tweet this out. Nick's going to tweet it as well. And I'll drop it in the Discord for anyone else to be able to check it out. It's definitely worth the watch because it's an incredible series.
Great interview.
And I think with that, our bell is tolling for this evening, Calypso.
Yes. Bing bong.
So, who did we settle on? Rain? It was Rain.
I'm going for Rain. It's Rain.
Yeah.
It's Rain.
I knew it was going to settle on
Kelly
Rain.
Nazis and tie leather outfits, man. Can't.
Well, we know how to deal with how to get Calypso out of this scenario. No,
Yes.
That's not what I was trying to do. Trying to close all this up because we want to shill it a little more. Don't forget, you go check out deadhausesonata.com. Old World Drive going on at the moment. You need to check that out if you want some of the cool merch.
Yes.
You need to pick up a Founders Pack because the Founders Packs and the old school merch are going away at the end of July. Don't forget, the clock is literally ticking. There's the art competition for the vampires. Go check that out. It's in the forum, and Wyvern Tamer will link it in the chat again. Anyone listening to this later on Spotify, on YouTube, or anything like that, because you won't be able to see the chat or interact with it, go to deadhausesonata.com. On the forums, it's very clearly listed there as well. So there's the vampire competition for #Team Vampire for a chance to win a kick-ass Founders Pack. Definitely worth checking out. And to go vote on an item to be included in the new round of Founders Packs. I'm Team Chiming Bell. Calypso is now Team Slime Monster.
Yes. Team Slime Monster for the win.
And yeah, you get voting in that because the cool part of that little competition when we opened it up originally and then when we narrowed it down, whoever wins, if any of the guys on that list, whoever wins, they will win that Founders Pack.
Yes. So
which I think is really cool.
Guys. Get on to the cool fan arts, whether they be like drawings or pictures or anything that you guys can like think of creatively.
Literally, can be anything.
Literally anything. Just do it, guys. You have a chance of winning a Founders Pack, and even if you don't win, you can still go check out the Founders Packs. Risen, Havoc, and Malice. Just remember, guys, that all they really do is they get you into early access for Deadhaus Sonata. They get you some really cool cosmetics that won't be anywhere else in the game, and they're going away. They won't be like, oh hey, remember those Founders Packs like we released like 2 years ago? Well, we're gonna put them in game or something. I mean, unless they change their mind. They're gone.
No, I can tell you when they're gone, they're gone. I had this chat with Dennis. When they're gone, they're gone.
100% they are gone. So yes, just check them out, check it out, fan art, all that stuff. Go for it, guys.
All on deadhausesonata.com. Don't forget, you can follow Calypso at NecroLiberatus on the Twitter. You can follow myself at the Faceless Mike on the Twitter. And while you're singing with that little blue bird, don't forget to follow at Deadhaus Game. And basically then if you go to deadhausesonata.com, you can follow all the socials and everything like that. And that will be that. And as Calypso has a little announcement, there will be no Whispers next week.
Yes, no Whispers next week. I'm working 7 days straight, so I do not have the time.
You know what they say, my friend, no rest for the wicked.
Yes, and I can sleep when I'm dead. But we should have an episode. Hopefully, we should have an episode. We should have an episode the week after next week. So like the 4th, 5th, that kind of day, even the 8th, etc.
And we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. And who knows, maybe there's some interesting happenings by that point. We'll see. Perhaps. Anyway, I have been Faceless Mike.
And I've been Calypso. Thank you for joining and listening and watching Deadhaus Whispers. See you guys in the next one.
See ya.